Hey guys. Welcome to the channel, and today, I'm going to show how you can remove an object from the scene without using the Photoshop clean plate technique on Mocha Pro. I will assume that you already have some basic knowledge on Mocha Pro. If not, please find a tutorial on YouTube and get back here once you already have some basic knowledge on Mocha Pro. First, we are going to track the object that we want to remove from the scene. In my case, this biker. Select the X-Spline tool and create a mask around the object that you want to remove. Make sure that the object is fully covered with the mask. Set the pixels used to 90% to maximize the tracking data for more accuracy of the track. I will also select the perspective option because the way the footage was shot, it depends on your footage. Now click track forwards and wait for the track to finish. Make sure to name the layers properly, it is important so we know which layer is which. Then turn off the gear icon so Mocha will not track it again while we track other objects. The way Mocha Pro Remove works is, we have to identify the foregrounds and the backgrounds. Then Mocha will use those data to patch the pixels to remove the object. I will use the X-Spline tool again to mask and track this tree to tell Mocha which is foreground and which is background. Basically telling Mocha which object is the nearest to the camera. With the same settings used as earlier, I will track this tree. Once the object I'm tracking is off the frame, I will just track it manually until it is totally gone on the screen. I will do this mask and track for all the foregrounds on the scene including the bride and groom. So that when we track the background it will ignore all the track mask on the foreground, giving us an accurate background track, which is very important for removing our object. The next important thing before tracking any masked object is how you arrange your layers. Whichever is the closest to the camera should come first on the layer arrangement, just like what you see on my layers. I suggest tracking the closest object to the camera first. And this is where the magic happens. We have to track all backgrounds that our remove object will pass through, in this case, these tree behind him and also the road, so that Mocha Pro can patch the wheels of our subject. Remember to arrange your layers properly before tracking it so it can ignore tracking the pixels that you already tracked before. Basically any layers that are above the layer that you're currently tracking will be ignored as long as the gear icon is turned off. After tracking all foreground and backgrounds, select your remove object and turn on the gear icon. Make sure that it is only the one that has gear icon turned on. And then go to the Remove tab. Then select Linear because in my case there is no light change on the remove subject. If just in case the sun hit my remove subject, that means the light will change on our remove subject and I will then choose Interpolate. But in my case, Linear is fine. Then play with the blend settings. I usually put 2 on the blend value, but it depends on your footage. Play around with it. I will render a single frame to test it out. Then hit render forwards and wait for it to finish. As you can see, my biker was removed. It is not perfect as it still has some lines, but it won't be noticeable when zoomed out, and in my case this is already okay. The key to this technique is you have to make a solid track on your backgrounds track. The more stable the track is, the more it will be perfect. I hope you learned something today. Please hit that like button and subscribe.